Oh my goodness, everyone is so excited. The Black Falcons have returned after a long absence. They're saying, oh, let's celebrate. And here they go. So let's get on as the castle sets reemerge as a force with Lego. Welcome to Vintage Bricks. James Chose. Yes, we are bringing the castle sets back to the future, back to today. But they did something incredible. They by making this mainstream again, they are bringing back the classic sets from their origins, from the 1980s. And this is just a start. They start doing some more really cool sets, and we should expect more in the future. What did Lego do? They included the Black Falcon guys, and by doing that, they reinvigorated the whole castle theme. And even today, we see Lion Knight people in sets. So the wizards in sets, they just kind of re-energized these old vintage sets for us collectors. Well, let's start off and just spin our Blacksmith set around here. And one of the things that'll strike you is that from 360, details everywhere. And when we go to the build section, I'll just touch on some of the details that we can be amazed at and enjoy. Our set has a little over 2,000 pieces, and that was because this came through the Ideas program on Bricklink. And Clemens Fielder, he is a great young builder, and the way it works is you work these sets up, you present them on Bricklink in the Ideas part, ideas.lego.com, and then the fans, like we can vote on them, and they voted this for over 10,000, and then Lego looks at it, and they decide if some of those sets they'll turn mainstream, and this is one of them. So this is how it became, so we see it today. So thank you, Clemens. This is amazing. Well, let's get on to the minifigures. I gave a little teaser, but we're going to kind of tell a little story about the Black Falcons and coming to the Blacksmith house. Okay, so once upon a time, this is from the upstairs room, that's his desk there, we had the Blacksmith house. Of course, the Blacksmith house, where they're in the business here of, fixing everything from horses to weapons. And there's the blacksmith. That beard is impressive. And he always held that hammer. It was like his buddy. I think he went to sleep with it. There's like an example on, what maybe blacksmiths do. They have their forges, and I have to admit, very little experience with blacksmithing, but an honorable profession in the medieval time. And there he is in his shop. He's by his anvil there, waiting for some business. And as you can see, he did weapons and shields and other things. His wife was his cook, and also helped defend it. And she would man the bellows, but she also defended it. And here's Sparky, her dog. She was Sure Shot. I called her Sure Shot. And she'd also sometimes shoot that apple. And she'd leave the poor little frog alone, though. But she'd get food out from the garden, the apples and the pumpkins, and take them upstairs to prepare a nice meal for Sparky and Smithy. Yeah, beautiful fire there, and she'd be cooking. Oh, look at that. Looks like a turkey wing there. And they had some meat, and they were living the high life, waiting for business to show up. Meanwhile, the Black Falcons, the Sergeant Black Falcon there, her sword broke. She needs to go get it fixed. What do I do? What do I do? Her commander says, well, we'll go to Smithy's house. Have you been there? He knows how to fix anything. Oh, yes, let's go there. So they get in this really, cool wagon and head down the road to Smithy's house. She goes, oh, at last I'm going to get my sword fixed. And the Smithy says, you come to the right place. Even your horse and Sparky can hang out. She says, oh, great. And so she leaves Smithy to it. He's in his downstairs workshop, getting everything ready, getting the fire all stoked up, working on the sword there. It's coming along. What a work of art. This guy, Smithy, was a craftsman and an artist, too. So he gets it all panded out, and boy, the Black Falcons are all happy. They're celebrating. So this story had a happy ending. So this section is from ideas.lego.com. They made this funny video. It's a great video. I thought I'd share it with you. And thank you, Lego, for creating this.
Our hero.
Hello!
Not him.
Oh,
No, not you.
what?
Oh, for goodness sakes. The humble medieval blacksmith. For imagine medieval life without him. No swords. No iron bars. No chains. No dark magic. Things would have been really bad. No flibbity gibbets. And definitely no drawbridges.
Hello?
Luckily, our hero did exist. The medieval blacksmith. And he made things perfect.
I told you, wasn't that great? The modular design of this makes it so you can have so much detail, because when you go from the top down to look at, see what's in each room. So, and we haven't mentioned the cart with the new style horse of the time, and then our two black falcons sitting here. Pretty. I won't say simple cart, but it fits in well. Not over detailed, because we have so much detail in everything here. The detail on the outside, of course, is the tree. This is like a little well here with a bucket. Tree frog in the tree. That's a great little, kind of a nice little picture there. Got the stone bottom with the pretty, very, very classic wooden framed upper part of the house. So on the side here, if you push in the bellows where you're blowing air to help stoke the coal fire, you see it light up. That's a great detail, and they're working on a sword. We'll talk about what sword they're. This set is, so it's a combination armor house and blacksmith house. There's actually a set in 1984, the 6041, that's the armor set, which I should go through that at some point in the future. Down here, so you could leave in a place where you store the wood. I mean, not only, the wood's probably for cooking upstairs, because they probably use coal to get in there. It's a little warmer. The forge is going to need a little bit more heat, I think, for that. And that sign, gotta love that. Let me show you the box. Here's the box. Beautiful photography on the box. Yeah, the box, they not quite an old school vintage box, but very elegant. And I've noticed they've been using this color theme on some of the new ones, the new idea boxes for castle sets. So what's inside? Expect to find exquisite medieval details. Like that bear rug that was in the middle, and this quilt bed. There's a close-up of the room again. And they had a nice writing table with the quilt. Not quilt, quill. Sorry about that. There's a quill on the right there. So let's take the very roof off. And it does have stairs going off. And a wood fireplace. Got little authentic wood-looking pieces there. And they're cooking something on the stove there. As we tip it again, you'll appreciate all of the things going on in this set. Such as they're partying. Busy workday partying. Great job repurposing hatchets for the back of the chair. Pretty realistic looking fireplace. That's, of course, their cook stove. Well, there's so much to say about these rooms. You could, if you put the set together, just enjoy everything. And of course, the main event is the blacksmith shop. Every nook and cranny is put in here, but they did a good job spacing things out. There's all the tools you need. And then they have the coal and the iron nuggets. And look, they make Black Falcon things there. And Black Falcon's helmets. And very proud of his shop, as he should be. And They make the best shields I have ever seen. Some history. Let's touch on the history of Blacksmith. There's the history, of course, with the Black Falcons, and I already touched on that at the intro. But another original set from 1984 was this little guy here, another Blacksmith set, the 6040, and so that kind of gave that Blacksmith just go from the beginnings too. Now the other was this, I think one of the original idea sets from 2001. I don't think it was called Idea Set, but that was the thing. Was made by an enthusiast, and it was another blacksmith shop. And what you'll notice this is in 2001, they put detail on the inside of the set, all this blacksmith detail here, which set the stage, I believe, for the current detail in our current set here. Okay, now bonus, AI Alley, where I do a little artificial intelligence creations I made using various programs, prompts, and sometimes you give it a preview image to help it along its way, and then you tweak it till you get something you like. And some are like this, posters, and some end up looking maniacal, little Legos. Not super realistic there, but just was kind of like the fire look, and this was a poster look here. Now the next one I think is kind of a cool, it's like a, Hansel and Gretel house, and then you had just a few that were blacksmith related. And this blacksmith house looks like there's a match inside that one. I like this one for the angles. In another blacksmith evening shot, they're working late into the night in the medieval blacksmith. And I've done a bunch of castle ones. I have to show those sometimes because I thought I'd love those. And they're marching across the bridge out to battle. Totally get these are not for everyone, but I had fun doing them, so I thought I'd share. Thank you for watching Vintage Bricks. Please subscribe because I'm going to be doing a review of a whole lot more of our current castle sets that are tied back to our vintage beginnings. So we'll see you again soon.